Hi YouTube, it's me Amy. I'm not your average wife. Come back again just like I said I would. This is my regular sales update video, which I haven't done for a while, so I have a lot. So I'm going to try to go really fast so I can get through them. I want to show you guys some stuff that's been selling for me. I'm doing really good with dresses. Okay, this is a dress I got in the Goodwill. I can't even remember who made it, but I paid either $4 or $6. My one Goodwill sells dresses for $4. My other one sells them for $6. But I sold this one for $24.99. This one was actually should have been included in my other video because it was one of the July 4th weekend haul finds that I got for like a quarter. And it still had the tags attached to it, and it was a pretty dress, and it was plus size. That sold for $27.49. Love it. This is a 3XL Pronto Uomo. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's a silk shirt, and it sold for $19.99. I paid $3 for that in Goodwill. This is a 2XL Patagonia Organic Cotton. I took a best offer on that for $21. That was also $3 in the Goodwill. This one was $4 in the Goodwill. Wrangler Pearl Snap women's. I've yet to sell any Wrangler Pearl Snap men's, and I've got probably close to 10 of them in my store. They're just not selling. I don't know why. I keep lowering the price, but there they sit. A pair of Born Mary Janes. Sold those for $29.99. Thank you, Autumn, from Autumn's Upscale. Love her. Love her, love her, love her. This is a vintage 60s dress. I took a best offer of $21 for that. I paid $4 for it at the Goodwill. This I paid $6 for. It's a JG Hook two-piece suit. I thought it was kind of cool looking, kind of retro looking. And it was $3 a piece at my Goodwill. So it was $6, and I sold it for $24.99. This is a Nat Nast shirt. It was the first one and the only one I've seen. I took a best offer on this for $35. I hope that was okay. I was happy with it because I only paid $3 for it at the Charlestown Goodwill. This is a black lace dress. Sold it for $29.99. Paid probably $6 for that. Can't remember exactly. An Alfred Angelo dress. This one sat for a while, but it did finally sell for $30. I paid $4 for that at the Charlestown Goodwill. This one I also got for $4. It sold within 48 hours of me listing it. It sold for $34.99. I knew when I just picked it up off the rack and I was like, oh yeah, I can get at least $30 for this. It's mock wrap. It's got these cool colors. It's got a big sweep. It's everything the ladies love. It's a pretty dress. This one sold almost immediately too for $21.99. Paid $4 for that one. This I pulled out of my own closet. It still had the tags attached. I've never worn it. I sold it for $18.99. When I bought it, the tag, it's from Rue 21, and it still had the tag attached for $21.99. And when I bought it, it was 50% off. So I still made money on it. This is one of the few mugs that I've sold. It was a Conway Twitty commemorative mug. I sold that for $15.99. I paid 59 cents for it. This I paid $1 or $2 for in the Martinsburg Goodwill, and I took a best offer of $30 for that. I bought it because it was an owl, and I like owls, and I thought it's Harry Potter. You know, that stuff's highly collectible, so I did good with that. This is the only Pearl Snap shirt I've ever sold that's men's, and it's not Wrangler. It is something called Plains Western Wear. I took a best offer of that for $21. This pretty skirt suit I got at a yard sale for $2 and sold it for $34.99. Yay. This is the Carhartt shirt. I remember to put the 2 T's in it. That sold for $21. This is a really cool Miss Elaine vintage 60s dress that sold for $36.99. I paid $4 for it at the Charlestown Goodwill. The Charlestown Goodwill is a great place to go for vintage dresses. I don't know who's donating to them, but I love it. I got this the same day I got the Miss Elaine dress. This one had no tags attached to it. But I sold it for $19.99. I paid $4 for it, and the woman who bought it just emailed me this morning. She's really happy with it. She's like, oh, it's so much better in real life. I'm so happy. I'm so glad she is. I got this at a yard sale for $2. It's Bob Mackie Wearable Art. I took a best offer of $22 for that one, so I'm happy with it. This dress I sold for $24.99. Nothing fancy. This one also I sold for $24.99. I think the same woman bought both of those dresses on the same day. Oh, here was my score of the month. My Gucci t-shirt that I paid $2 for at the Charlestown Goodwill and sold it for $89.99. And the person who bought it is really happy with it. Love it. This is a pair of Now shoes. I took a best offer of, I think it was $23. 23 or 24. This is a Haban shirt, 3XL. It sat in my store for a while, but it finally sold for $19.99. I paid $3 or $4 for that. This also came out of my own closet. I have actually worn this a few times. So it was pre-owned, but I got $15.99 for it. This is a Lands of Salzburg for Walt Disney vintage Winnie the Pooh nightgown. I took a best offer, I think it was $23 for that one. I paid like $1.50 at the half price Goodwill store in Frederick, Maryland. You're welcome, baby. So that was a good deal. This was one of my first vented fishing shirts. Shout out to Reagan Profits for telling me about them. That sold for $27.99. Love it. I paid $4 for that one at the Martinsburg Goodwill. I got this dress at the Martinsburg Goodwill. Now this one was new with tags, so I'm guessing I paid $10 for that. So I probably should have sold that for more. That one was probably a boo-boo. Polo by Ralph Lauren golf jacket. I paid $3 for that at the Charlestown Goodwill and sold it for $24.99. That's awesome. This is another dress from the Charlestown Goodwill. I paid $4 for, sold it for $30. It's another one I paid $4 for, sold it for $18.99. This is a Victoria's Secret country nightgown. Paid $3 for this. I took a best offer of $20. It's a pretty gown. Disney Winnie the Pooh bib overalls, sold them for $19.99. This is another one that should have been in my other haul video because it was in with the stuff I got for $25. Bib overalls sell really well for me. I don't know why. Carhartt, I'm doing really good with Carhartt too. I just listed this one. I paid $3 or $4, I can't remember which, but I sold it for $30. Really happy about that. This is a Ralph Montanaro gown. It's vintage, and I took a best offer of $18. You guys should be on the lookout for Ralph Montanaro. His stuff can go for really high. I could have got way more for this, but it's kind of a plain gown. It doesn't have a huge sweep, and you know, it's nothing too fancy. Usually his gowns are fabulous. This is another one that was in my closet. Sold it for $15.99. And there's some Disney bib overall shorts. I paid $4 for them and sold them for $21.99. Yay. Oh, this was my second best score of the month. It's a vintage peignoir set. I paid $3 for this at the Charlestown Goodwill for both pieces, the gown and the robe, and I sold it for $64.99. I put it in my store for $64.99 or best offer, but they didn't offer me anything. They just paid the $64.99. And if you look up peignoir sets, the vintage ones that look like this, that was a really good deal for them because most of them sell for $80 and up. So if you ever see a lace peignoir set, you should buy it because they sell really, really good. They're beautiful. Okay, that's my sales update video. I hope you guys like it. I'm sorry it's so long. So, thanks again for watching. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon, YouTube. Bye-bye.